You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Thank you, Marshall. Today I'm going to talk about understanding the economy of an area. And, if you're in business, some of the best businesses are like local businesses, like neighborhood businesses, something in the neighborhood. But one of the things you have to do, not only going around there, but understand what type of business that you're going to put in that neighborhood. Now, despite, the retail apocalypse and stuff, people still need a lot of little businesses. There's still neighborhood businesses that will work. Now, but one of the things you have to understand in there is not only the type of traffic, but the type of people, and also stuff like the median income. Because if you go through a business, you can have, in fact, I'm going to tell you the truth, you can actually go through certain neighborhoods, you can get an idea about what type of, the money that's in the neighborhood, and how much people are willing to spend and what they value as much, right? I'll give you an example just from where I live in Harford County, Maryland. Now, I've lived in two parts of Harford County. Right now, I live in Bel Air, Maryland, right? But also lived in Edgewood, Maryland, right? And the difference is very astounding. Like in Edgewood, Maryland, the median income is $56,000, right? Which ain't that bad. But then the median income in Bel Air, Maryland is $98,000. So as a result, you see different types of businesses, right? Like in the Edgewood area, I remember there was about, I counted, it might be like 3 pawn shops, or at least 2. But there was a lot of stuff. If you go through, there's a lot of pawn shops. There's those type of buy here, pay here type of car dealerships, stuff like that, like low discount stores, grocery stores, like those more or less where it's cheap stuff like that, discount shoe stores, discount everything, a little bit more laundromats, and ironically, tons of barbershops and beauty salons. Yeah, you know what? But that's what the people in the area can afford. Now, $56,000, that ain't bad. That's actually very good. But imagine some neighborhoods less than that, and what you're going to see. Like, you'll see more fast food restaurants and everything. But that gives you an idea. All right, what type of business can I put around here? Is it the type of business? Can I put a high-end business where I'm selling like $1,000 products or something? Is that going to work around there? Like, one of the things I didn't see around there was a computer repair shop, right? A lot of people in less expensive places might not even have like a computer, or laptops, might rely more on their phones and everything, right? And you're going to see some phone places around there. But see, that's something to think about if you're in business. Now, contrast that where in Bel Air, where the median income is way higher. One, no pawn shops. And the only thing resembling a discount store is a dollar store. And ironic, that's not, and personally, that's, even though people say, well, it's a dollar store. It's like, no, the biggest seller in there is toilet paper. Seriously, the biggest seller, which is smart. Like, why spend $4 on something you're gonna wipe your ass with? $1, that's good, and that's usually what sells there. Like, not the food, but you got the, for the most part, you got a lot of stuff. Like, you got a massage place, and then eyeglass places, and you got a lot of you still have the food places, but they might tend to be a little bit more upscale and stuff, right? So, but if you're around that type of area, you're like, okay, I can sell, I can have this business. Like the computer repair thing, I can find 3 or 4 in this area, right? I'm understanding, okay, because you're going to have more people who have computers. You're also going to have more cafes. You got a ton of cafes and stuff because you're going to see that in a place where it's more affluent. Also, like there's a running store. Like you're going to see more people running. Like when you're going through any neighborhood, any area, you thinking about a business, think about not just the money and everything, but like I said earlier, think about the behavior. What do they do a lot? Like, let me use the running thing. When I say high-end running, this place has been there for about 12 years. And you think, well, wait a minute, I could get running shoes at any old mall or anything. But these are people who take running seriously. I mean, you come around here, you see people walking, running, anything. And that's something that you will see in a more affluent neighborhood. So you can sell products that appeal to them. Like another thing, bagels. Like, in that other part, the Edgewood part, you couldn't find a bagel place. Hell, you can barely find a Starbucks now that I think about it. Where, yeah, you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't even think there's a Starbucks around there in the Edgewood area. But like in the Bel Air area, coffee and all of that, shoot, you like bumping into them and stuff. You can't help but run into Starbucks. It's literally like one on every block, it seems. Like in the course of in a minute, I could drive by about, damn, how many? 4. And then you got other like coffee places as well. Also office places, so it's a different thing. So you thinking to yourself, okay, what am I selling? You also got some high-end men's stores and everything. All right. So you got to think to yourself, all right, what am I buying? Or what am I selling? Okay, what people live around here? What are their taste of the people in the neighborhood? Like you're going to get more tattoo parlors in a poorer neighborhood. So it's like if you're a tattoo artist, it's like you might not be in a big hurry to put it in a more affluent neighborhood. People have tattoos, but it's not something you're going to make a lot of money off of. Whereas you can go in a poor neighborhood, less affluent neighborhood, and you got a lot more people. You can have tattoo shops on top of each other. But you ain't going to see it as much in a more affluent neighborhood. So when you're in business, the demographics are important. The people's tastes are important. And one of the ways you can do that is just drive around it and see what businesses are there. See what businesses are there. Look up demographic information. All you need is to find out the zip code. You can go online and just type in a zip code of wherever place you need to find out about. It'll tell you virtually anything, because that's very important. See, sometimes people start a business and they're located somewhere and they're not thinking about what they actually selling there and like would this work there. Like here's an example again between Edgewood and Bel Air, right? I knew this dude because I actually he first had one of those buy here, pay here type of car places where, he was selling used cars and stuff. That was in Edgewood, right? He eventually went out of business because, well, a lot of people weren't paying, right? But then he started a yogurt place in Bel Air. He went out of business again, but, man, I think he might have had some business issues within himself. But the yogurt place works more. One of the things, there's a lot of competition for yogurt places. And you get a lot of stuff like that here. You also get some, a couple like an independent bookstore selling some new agey stuff, and you actually have an art gallery and stuff. So it's different. You always think about, all right, what do I have? Who does it appeal to? And quite frankly, you got to do that across races, economic background, subcultures. Because you're going to get, when it's a more affluent neighborhood, you're going to get a lot more, and people going to do that. Like, one thing in this area, if somebody has a good, product that sells well at, like, some type of festival or something, that'll work more in an affluent area because the people got money. And they'll buy little knickknacks like that. Whereas in a poor area, their focus might be on just basic food and stuff like that. So that's an important thing. Always check out where you at or where you want to set up business at, right? Because even For people familiar about, Harford County, if you go further down in Edgewood, Joppatown, there's a flea market there. And I've actually checked it out, but then I looked at the people and I was like, y'all not going to buy what I got to sell. I'll be sitting there and it's like, boom. In fact, the flea market, it's hard to sell anything there anyway. People just go there for the Amish, right? But always understand the economy of an area. Pay attention, drive around a bit, look at the stores, look what's there and look what's not there. And then ask yourself, is my stuff going to sell? Because that's very important. Location, 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 right? So anyway, let's go out there and make that money.
Yeah.